What the hell is Tony Yayo doing? I mean, it sounds crazy that Yayo wants some smoke from his own man 50 Cent. Could you imagine 50 Cent beefing with Tony Yayo the same way he's doing with Big Meech? This is one of the reasons why I don't recommend rappers going to these podcast interviews and doing too much talking, because it's always landing them in big troubles. Vlad TV just dropped a new interview with Tony Yayo, and they discussed about the recent crashing out 50 did on Big Meech and the late Irv Gotti. Tony Yayo quickly stated that 50 is doing too much at this point, because if he has the type of money 50 got, he won't be doing all that crash out on the internet. Tony Yayo, who also explained how wonderful his experience was when he pulled up on Big Meech with 50 Cent, expressed his disappointment on his day one homie. Yayo will quickly say that Fif is a crazy kind of dude to deal with, and G-Unit has been the bad guys from the beginning. But this will turn out to be a big mistake for Tony Yayo, because 50 got to watch the interview and started crashing out on Yayo with multiple posts on his IG page. Before we get into what 50 has to say, let's catch up with what Tony Yayo said on Vlad TV. Kindly smash the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Vlad, if I had 50 money, I wouldn't talk about Meech. I wouldn't talk about Big Meech, Little Meech. I wouldn't talk about Ross. 50 is really, something's really wrong with that, bro. Like, he loves, he's with the shit. We've been with the shit for 20 years, beefing with the realest niggas in the game. We comfortable being the bad guys of this shit. That's why when you see him do with Irv, I wouldn't say nothing about Irv, you know. But if something happened to us, we realized niggas would be popping champagne and dancing, getting sturdy, pop champagne. Would I do it? Nah. Does some of the shit Fif do I agree with it? No, I'm not a yes man, but crazy. So you know it, even the public in the comments, they don't make it no better because they know the reaction Fif is gonna give back. You know what's crazy? We went to Meech's house, we sat down with him, Lil Meech, and you know, I thought, you know, big things in the future was coming, you know, because he was talking about stories about motherfuckers jumping in cars with bricks, and he just was telling the war stories that was amazing, where I was mesmerized, and you know, him and 50 was kicking it and everything was good, you know. And then you fast forward to the Ross thing, you know, and that's when everything kind of went left.
50 would repost the video clip and said on his caption, "Oh, this ninja is mad cause I pushed him to the bushes." 50 posted another video clip of his performance with Tony Yayo, where Yayo showed his butt on stage. 50 said on his caption, "Who the F told you to do that, bro, you crazy? And why you got a poo-sheesty with that big ass coat?" And there comes another video clip where Tony Yayo was acting and said to 50, "My acting good now, put me in the other side of that." This situation is getting more interesting, and I don't under Yayo will choose to say that shit on Vlad TV interview. 50 is not the type to play with, and ninjas should stay out of that man's lane unless they looking for destruction. Yayo and 50 has great relationship from day one until this day, and Fif is not the type to forgive betrayal. Big Meech did him dirty, and 50 retaliated and destroyed Meech. No one should be surprised about that. Irv Gotti also wanted to kill 50 Cent and destroyed every opportunity 50 had in the industry. So why do you think he still did that to Irv? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Additionally, always keep it locked in with Word on the Street channel for all of the latest news surrounding 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, and Big Meech. Finally, stay with us for everything else going on in the world of music and pop culture.
I've seen a lot of posts about the Big Meech concert getting canceled. What I'm not seeing is anybody blaming Rick Ross for this shit. Nobody is saying, yo, Rick Ross, it's your fault. So I'ma do it. Yo, Rick Ross, this shit is your fault. You the reason why Big Meech is going through this shit out here right now, you heard? Because when we was on the internet talking about the Cuffy case and all that, nobody even really gave a fuck. But now 50 talking about that shit, and everybody listening. Everybody listening, you heard? So, I just want to say, or I want to ask you, did you think that shit was a good idea in hindsight? Do you think it was a good idea to be in the video with me talking about sexy red?
Sexy red.
Yeah, you think that was a good idea? Also, how you let that nigga get the show canceled in Florida, B? That's kind of diabolical, you heard? 50, that's some bullshit. How you let the nigga get the show canceled in Florida? Let's get to that.
This call is from a federal prison.
Before he sent Tammy at me, homie, that was his last ditch move. He put me with a Mexican. So I pull up to meet the essay, homie. I'm in a brand new blue Bentley coupe.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say this, homie, because I met the essay in downtown Atlanta at the VOICEOVER hot dog stand.
Okay.
And the Mexican rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't think he was the police. I knew nothing about Meech being nothing but a solid man.
Right.
But the Mexican got to talking about, yo, man, is the car paid for and you can trade the car for drugs and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right?
Yeah.
So I never do anything with him. I throw away the phone, and when Buddy called me back, yo, how did that go? I say, man, that nigga weird, man. I ain't fucking with him. He weird. He on some thirsty shit.
Yeah.
I'm nothing about police. I never know that this was the police.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Fast forward to 2018, homie. We get the Franks hearing.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.